What's up guys, my name is Sergio Ramos. Welcome back to the channel where we do everything regarding music, from learning how to play guitar better, reviewing some gear, and also learning how to better your mixes and your production, just making you sound the best that you can. If it's your first time here, make sure to give me one of those and make sure that you hit subscribe and hit that bell icon for all notifications any single time that I release a video every week. Okay, now what are we doing today? Today we are demoing this gorgeous Sophia blue Ormsby 7 HypeGtr. So what exactly is Ormsby? What is the HypeGtr? What is everything all about? Ormsby is an Australian manufacturer of guitars, more progressive style instruments. And when I say progressive style instruments, they are kind of more catered to the modern musician in terms of, you know, metal and djent and things like that. So they have 6-string all the way to 8-string. In their custom shop, they used to have what is called the Hype Machine, which is like their top tier line of guitars, but they would have to be made to order custom shop. What the HypeGtr is it was a long awaited kind of production model version of that, and it does not disappoint. It sounds pretty good. So a little bit about the specs of this guitar. We have a swamp ash body, we have a maple neck, a rosewood fretboard, we have a flame maple top on here, hip shot locking tuners, which I think is really awesome, jumbo stainless steel frets, jumbo fret markers, and something that's really interesting are the top dots are known as luminlay dots. And what luminlay dots are, Luminlay is a company from Japan that specializes in making fret dot material that glows in the dark. And this is really helpful for if you're playing dark stages. You can't really see your fret markers. What I used to do is I used to get glow-in-the-dark tape and put it on my guitars, but now all of my guitars have luminlays. It's a definitely awesome thing to have. Moving on to a little bit more of the hardware, we have their own set of custom shop pickups, which also have a push-pull knob. We have a 3-way selector switch, master volume, master tone, and their own proprietary bridge. So you might be wondering, okay, so it is fan fretted and it is multi-scaled. Now what does that mean? And what are the advantages of that? When you are doing multi-scale, and multi-scale and fan fret kind of go hand in hand, depends on the guitar maker. This obviously does do that. When a guitar is multi-scaled, you are going to have a guitar which is going to utilize the lower strings a bit more. You want to make sure that the strings aren't flappy, because if you're going to be picking hard, if the strings are too flappy, what will end up happening is that it'll go sharp as soon as you hit it. It'll go sharp and then it'll go down. So just to illustrate that, it'll kind of sound like every single time that you pick. And that is something that you kind of don't want to do if you're going to be, you know, if you're going to be riffing hard on something like that. What they do is that they will increase the length of the string. What that does is that it keeps the tension tight. And if the tension's tight, that's a solid A. And just for reference, I'm tuned to which is standard guitar tuning, and then I'm in drop A. So the 7th string is on an A instead of a normal B. With fan frets, since you are altering the scale length, it makes sense to keep everything intonated by adding a little bit of fan frettedness. And this isn't just for looks, it's actually to make sure that all of the notes are in tune when you're playing it. So if I were to play like a D up here, that's pretty in tune. So you might be wondering, is there a learning curve to playing with fan frets? Honestly, no, there isn't. In fact, if anything, it feels a tiny bit more natural to me. Like when you're moving up, your fingers naturally will kind of curve a little bit like this. So with fan frets, it kind of follows the contour of my hand a little bit more. So right now we're going to look at a couple of guitar tones. You heard the intro, and I'm going to play a little bit for you just so you can see that this is more than just your average djent machine, but it does do that really well, if I do have to say so myself. So we are running direct into my computer with Helix Native and using different IRs, and you will be able to hear whenever I change the patches. So First up, let's load up something clean. Right now, this amp that I am using is, I believe it's a Silvertone. It's kind of a Fender Bassman style clean. Here is our neck coil splitted. All right, moving on to the middle coil splitted. And finally, the bridge. Now, let's do it full humbucker, no coil split engaged. Middle. And finally, the neck. So something that I've learned while playing around with this guitar for a little bit is that the middle split is awesome for a little bit of that slappy, thumpy, popular thing right now among the modern guitar pantheon. But you could do it for funk. So you could do that, or if you load up something with a little bit more distortion, you can get that Animals as Leaders type sound. Alright, moving on to something a little bit different. I've added a King of Tone to the equation to this clean amp to see what it sounds like with a little bit of overdrive. Yet again, for something that is a little bit more geared towards your average rock person, I have a Friedman BE100. Alright, since we've heard a little bit of clean, a little bit of dirt, now let's dissect all of the guitar parts from that intro tune. And that is my demo for this beautiful Ormsby HypeGtr 7 in Sophia Blue. Make sure that you check this guitar out online at Guitar Pusher, and thank you Guitar Pusher for letting me demo this beautiful guitar. And this guitar could be yours. Just click that link down in the description below. I'm Sergio Ramos. Thanks for watching. Peace.